Hi, it's Wandering Gigi coming to you. I am at the storage unit and just moving things into my van that I need and taking things out of my van that I don't need. And hopefully, I'm going to start moving around tomorrow. I think tomorrow, if all goes according to plan, I will be heading to Ellison Park, which is a camping area. I know there's a lake, but I don't know if it's for swimming or what have you. But to be quite honest, I have been doing the house sits, and even though I've really enjoyed them, I'm not complaining at all. I've enjoyed every house sit that I've done. Really enjoyed the animals that I've sat, but I am ready for some downtime, for me time. So I am in Vernon, British Columbia, and I have picked up a couple of shifts at work just to make some extra cash before I head out of here again. So, and I'm in the process of selling my car so that I can pay off some debt. And I need, well, I'm not too sure if I need, but I'm thinking that I would like to get the brakes done on the van before I head out again. And the window to the camper van still is not fixed. I have an appointment on Monday for that, and getting a hitch put on so that I can actually have a little bit more room in here. Not that I'm only getting an aluminum carrier, so not a lot of weight in the back, but it will help with what I do have. So yes, it's really hard trying to figure out when you're living in a camper van what do you need and what you really don't need. And I have actually, since I've been in Vernon, I've been here a few days now, because it's been so hot, I took all my heavy bedding out, and yesterday I was freezing. And I really didn't want to use the propane heat. I did in the morning because I actually worked today, but it helps. But when you're sleeping, I don't like leaving the propane heat on all night. So I ended up putting on a hoodie or a fleece sweater, depending on where you are, a cardigan if you're British. Or jumper is another word. I ended up sleeping with a sweatshirt, a zip-up sweater, because I had brought all my blankets to the storage unit. So today I put another blanket back in the camper. So yes, that is something that I struggle with. What do I need and what I really don't need? I've purged big time since I've been here, and hopefully it will give me some space so that I can have a little bit more room. But and then when you're traveling, it's funny how you end up picking stuff up along the way, because even, you know, when I was doing the house sits, I suppose because it was a different scenario, I wasn't living in the van. I was, you know, I had the space, somebody's home. I ended up buying a few things. And then now I'm realizing that I probably should not have done that. But hindsight, I've done. It's done and over with. So, and then one place where I was house sitting, to be quite honest, they didn't have a small frying pan. And so, for example, when I make an omelet, I don't want a 10-inch frying pan to cook an omelet, because you can't flip it without breaking it, unless you're making for two people. If it's just for one person, it's too thin. So I ended up buying a frying pan. And when I first arrived, I thought, okay, well, I could probably use it in the camper. I already have a frying pan. So then it was like, well, I don't really need two frying pans. I ended up taking out the old frying pan and keeping the new frying pan because it was better quality. But it's little things like that. And then, as I had posted previously, I had done some canning. I canned some cherries, and I made some hot jelly, mint jelly, and I made some jam. And so now it's like, well, what do I do with it? And it's too hot, so it's not like I can really actually keep it in storage. So, and the homeowners, wherever I made the item, I left them some. So I ended up giving some to my daughter, to the homeowners. And oh yes, I had a friend come and visit me while I was along the coast. So I gave her a jar too. But yeah, so my fridge is kind of full. And I've rearranged my cabinet again, my food cabinet, for like the 10th time. But I think when you're living in a camper van, that's what you end up doing. I don't know, you purge, and then you move things around, you reorganize, purge, move things around, reorganize. So yeah, it's an ongoing process, but I'm happy I'm back, and I plan on bringing you guys along. So some of you know that I've been on this journey trying to find myself, I guess you could say, and trying to figure out my life and what my purpose is and where I'm going and directing, and I still don't know. You know, I have plans right up until April of next year, and then it's like, I have no idea. I'll wing it. And if anybody knows mindfulness or Buddhism, those are the only two that I can think of, but they say live for today, because I'm getting a lot of flack. People are telling me that I'm crazy to be selling my car. I have a Toyota Camry that's 2007, and it's in mint condition. I bought it from a friend. Their aunt passed away, and she bought the car brand new in 2007. She only drove it to go grocery shopping in the occasional trip, and chances are she probably didn't even drive it a whole lot in the winter, and in the winter it was parked in a garage. So, and with me, I mean, I don't have young kids, I don't have dogs, so it was never really abused. Yes, I did have my grandson in it, but it was well taken care of. There's absolutely no rust. Excellent condition. I've had a lot of interest, but a lot of people are telling me that I'm crazy to sell it because it is a good car, but I worry about it when I'm traveling, when I'm in the van. As I had stated in a previous video, when I came back, the battery was well, not frozen, but it had froze, and so it was swollen, like the sides were ballooned out, so I had to buy a new battery. So to me, letting it sit, yeah, and I don't even know how long I'm going to be on the road. As long as my Bertha keeps me on the road, I'm going to keep on going. So yeah, so anybody that I'd like to know, do you have two vehicles? If you're in an RV or a camper, like, do you have one sitting somewhere? And then I thought about putting the car in storage, but then it's the extra cost. So, and the way I look at it, even if my van, hypothetically, was you know, something was to happen, I can reevaluate at that time. But today, I'm living in the moment. I'm living for today. Today only. I'm not thinking about tomorrow, and I'm not thinking about the past. It's too depressing to think about the past, because the past is the past, and I've made mistakes, and we all have, and what have you, and it's time just to let go, and what it is, let it be, and just move forward. And I can't predict what's going to happen tomorrow. So live for today. And apparently, if you do that, they say that's when you are the happiest. So that's what I've been trying to do. Okay, well, I am going to sign off. Bye for now, and stay tuned. And I will let you know where my next adventure begins. Bye for now.